Hey, I'm Matt.
And I'm Paul.
And for today's Mission Monday video, we're talking about the block party that we just had this weekend.
Yeah, we had it just yesterday. It was really, really awesome. We kind of wanted to share some of the highlights we had. One thing we did with this year's block party, and we talked about it in our previous video, but we had more of our neighbors, our direct neighbors, actually get involved and help us out in actually putting on the block party. So we have a friend who plays music for a living outside of a local store here, and he kind of had this idea that maybe the community thought differently of him. And when we invited him out to play, he was a little surprised, and then he came out and really felt loved as people clapped and cheered him on as he played, and he did an awesome job.
It was amazing.
Yeah, and he asked us a lot of questions about the kind of community that we are, because he felt so loved and accepted there, and he hadn't felt that way in a long time. And then we even had like our direct neighbors, share some of their music to our neighbor, the rest of our neighborhood. And I think people who weren't a part of our church, who aren't a part of our church, kind of saw that barrier between the church and the neighborhood maybe come down a little bit. Like, oh, I know those people, and they're here, a part of this community, putting on a performance. Or I could be a part of this community. I could see myself in it. And they expressed that.
Yeah.
They had questions, and they really enjoyed the time. So we really enjoyed putting on the block party yesterday.
And a lot of the people who regularly come to the coffee cart on Saturdays, they came out for the block party, and friendships that we've been developing over the last couple of years, like those people, a lot of them were there.
Yeah.
And like some of them were taking part in this, and like, they aren't like members of our church, and like they don't come to our church on a Sunday morning, but like they know that we really like them, and they like us, and they wanted to do something fun with us, and it's like, well, shoot, let's do it. Like one of the favorite things that happened with the time was the plan was to go from like 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and 6:05 it was just people working, like just the people putting it on were there, and then like 6:06 hordes of people came. It wasn't hordes of people, but like we had, how many pizzas did we have at the start?
We had 8 at first, but I mean over the night we had 20 pizzas.
Yeah, the 8 pizzas were gone in about 5 seconds. It was like they were eaten up really fast, and like there was people that came that I had never met before, and like one guy in particular, like he's down on his luck, but you could tell that he felt really welcomed, and like that he knew that people wanted him there. He stayed, pretty much the whole night. There's another couple guys who we've gotten to know through the Greenwood Car Show. We coupled our coffee cart with the Greenwood Car Show, and we formed a couple relationships with guys through that, and was able to kind of just quick message them, say like, hey, free pizza, guys. And they came out. They were there like the whole time, and it's kind of like the coffee cart has a lot of effort that we put into it, and we have this regular reward, if you will, of like we get to hang out with people that we really like, and then that kind of culminated a little bit more in this event, in just being able to deepen those relationships with people. And I feel like there's so many people have a negative view of the church, and people who find life in it, and they need to see church people in multiple different settings showing kindness to them, and this was a good opportunity for it, and it was a lot of fun. So, was there anything else you really liked about it?
Yeah, we had people coming out at the end. We kind of ended a little bit early. It was getting dark, and we were like, all right, well, that's a wrap, And people came by after we were putting the sound equipment away, kind of like, oh, I was coming back for more, or like I heard about this from a friend, and the party could have gone on all night.
Yeah, I was slinging coffees till like 8:30 or so, and then you kind of got to cut it off. People need to sleep, but it was a lot of fun, and like so like Paul and Ashley and other neighbors, they played music. They did a great job. Our neighbor we don't know where he lives, but our friend who plays music outside the shop, he was absolutely incredible, and I kind of want to like track him down and see if I can like, can I give you $50 and like come play for me and like soundtrack my life for a half hour once a week or something. Like, it was awesome.
I think he'll be at our Christmas concert.
Yes,
Yeah.
hopefully. So, anyways, yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah.
We had a blast with it already, and it was kind of fun at the end of it. Couple people from our church were like, so next year when we do this, we should do this, we should do this, we should do this, and it's like, yeah, we should. Let's start planning on that.
Oh, yeah,
for the next year.
Yeah, my friend who works at one of the restaurants around here, she came and she did all the face painting.
And it was so good. Holy cats.
Yeah, she had a face painting for the kids. Mostly adults didn't get face painted, but
A couple did.
but it was a lot of fun, and she said she had so much fun. So
Yeah, it was a blast. So those of you who were praying for this event, a number of you have reached out and told me you were. Thank you so much. It was great. Be praying that the relationships that we were able to build would continue to grow, and we could really show these people around here that they're really valuable. We love them. We really appreciate getting to live in this neighborhood with them.
yeah,
And be praying that God would do a lot of good work through these relationships. So, well, with that, I think that's all for our Mission Monday this week. And next week we're gonna talk about Japanese ministries. So kind of like the history of that, kind of like what's going on with that. And so I think you should be looking forward to that. But with that, see you next time.